everybody would get together. And when I first met Tania, we'd come over for Sunday, and there was still the broken English.
Like Alfred to Bruce Wayne or Pepper Potts to Tony Stark, every media mogul has a woman behind them who helps them achieve success. Glenn Beck. His wife, Tania Colonna Beck, is the little-known but influential woman behind the scenes. Who is this woman? What role has she played in Glenn's illustrious career? Discover the little-known story of Tania Colonna Beck, and try not to gasp when you see her. But first, let's learn about the childhood that shaped Tania Colonna. You will find many interesting things here. Tania Colonna Beck, born in New Haven, Connecticut in 1972, grew up in a family with a deep tradition of education and stability. New Haven is not only a city famous for its long history, but also a place of intellectual development. Thanks to the presence of Yale University, one of the most prestigious universities in the world, this environment greatly influenced Tania's upbringing, helping her develop a sharp vision and a great desire for education and success in life. Tania's father, Vincent Colonna, was a major influence in the insurance industry and placed great emphasis on risk planning and management. A story told in the Colonna family is that when Tania was young, when she wanted to participate in a school project, her father asked her to analyze the risk and benefit factors before making a decision. In doing so, he taught her to look at situations from different angles, a quality that would later prove to be very important in Tania's work and the career of her husband, Glenn Beck. Tania's mother, Mary Ann, worked as an assistant dean at Yale University, where she was a model of seriousness and discipline. Mary Ann always emphasized the importance of learning and intellectual development. Tania says that her mother always required her children to read books and discuss social and political issues, rather than focusing on entertainment. As a result, Tania developed a sharp analytical mind and the ability to approach information systematically from a young age. This not only influenced Tania's career, but also played an important role in helping Glenn Beck overcome difficult times in his career later on. Living in New Haven gave Tania an insight into the balance between work and family. Another story she often tells is about family evenings when the whole family gathered together. Her mother always created opportunities for family members to share their thoughts and feelings. These conversations shaped the core values so that Tania always held in her life. Family is a solid foundation for personal growth and success. When she met Glenn Beck and married him, Tania became not only a wife, but also a friend, a companion who supported Glenn through challenges in his career. Even after marrying Glenn Beck, a man whose career thrust them both into the limelight, Tania's ability to maintain a relatively low profile became one of her greatest strengths. From a young age, Tania learned the importance of privacy, which helped her maintain balance in her husband's tumultuous life and the spotlight. Unlike many wives of famous figures, Tania always chose not to engage too deeply in the public spotlight. She never sought recognition or prominence for herself, instead focusing on providing support for Glenn. Tania quickly realized that while Glenn faced a lot of public attention and pressure, her role was behind the scenes, a place of silence and perseverance. Although she knew that her husband's media career could bring fame and success to the family, she never let it overshadow the values Sasha held dear, such as privacy and family. Maintaining a low-key image as a wife, mother, and partner helped Tania become a model of balance in the life of a woman who lived behind the spotlight. The late 1990s marked a turning point in Glenn Beck's life, as he was escaping the turmoil in his personal and professional life. Years of struggling with alcoholism caused Glenn to face many failures in his work and relationships, pushing him into a deep crisis. He once admitted that, at that time, his life was almost at a standstill. Although he had a relatively stable career in the radio industry, Glenn was still caught up in harsh internal struggles. His inability to control himself left him feeling lost and without a clear direction. In 1994, after a long struggle, Glenn decided to confront his alcoholism and resolved to regain sobriety. The decision was not an easy one, and his journey to recovery continued for many years. However, at that pivotal moment, an encounter completely changed the trajectory of Glenn Beck's life. In 1994, while Glenn was working at a radio station in New Haven, where he was trying to regain his professional form, fate brought Tania Colonna into his life. While it was not a romantic encounter at first, their connection was a defining moment for both of them. She entered Glenn's life when he was at a low point in his career and personal life, where he needed emotional and spiritual support to get through it. Tania, with her calm and steady demeanor, became the person Glenn needed most at this time. She quickly realized that while Glenn needed stability and guidance, she was the one who could provide it. Tanya's influence on Glenn was undeniable. She not only provided him with emotional support, but also a strong source of encouragement that helped him persevere and stay on the road to recovery. In an interview, Glenn shared that without Tania, he might not have been able to get through the difficult years of his life. It was Tanya's steadfastness and quiet companionship that helped Glenn regain his confidence and gradually restore his career. She became a partner who not only supported him professionally, but also provided him with strong spiritual support. Tanya's presence in Glenn's life helped him realize that to be successful, it is not only talent that is needed, but also the right support at the right time from the important people around you. Tania is not only the woman behind Glenn's success, but also the companion on the arduous journey that helped him rebuild everything from scratch. The early days of Glenn Beck and Tanya's relationship were a journey built on a solid foundation of shared values, mutual respect, and a deep spiritual connection. For Glenn, who had spent much of his life searching for a higher purpose, Tania was not only a partner but also an inspiration and support throughout his journey. She encouraged Glenn to delve deeper into spirituality, and together they began a journey of finding a strong faith. This eventually led them to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, where they both felt a deeper connection to the spirituality and moral values so they sought in life. For Glenn, this period was a turning point in his journey from a man struggling with personal and professional crises to a stronger, more confident man with a clear purpose and a solid direction. One of the most notable changes in their relationship was their conversation about religion. Although Glenn had been skeptical of religion, believing that many organized religions were all about power and money, Tania was very upfront about the fact that she would not marry him if they did not share the same spiritual beliefs. She was adamant that she would only marry someone who shared her beliefs. This was a huge challenge for Glenn, but he was determined not to give up. He faced a major challenge through his personal beliefs. My wife, who was going to be my wife, said she would not marry me unless we shared the same religion, Glenn shared in a later interview, and I said, "Oh, I can't do organized religion. It's all about manipulation, power, money, and everything else." And she said, "Well, I'm not going to marry you." So Glenn decided to embark on a journey to explore different churches and faiths, just to prove to Tania that he could be open to a new faith. "We went on church tours and we went everywhere," he recalls. I went to churches. I'm not kidding. The Sunday sermon was delivered by an atheist, which was an interesting concept. But you see, my wife said, I want someone who, believes in God. This journey not only helped Glenn explore his religious beliefs more deeply, but also helped him better understand the value of commitment and sacrifice in a marital relationship. Tania was not just looking for a life partner, but she wanted to build a strong relationship based on a solid spiritual and moral foundation. She believed that if they could share a common belief, it would be an important step in building a happy and sustainable life. This shift in religion and belief not only improved their relationship, but also helped Glenn find himself, instead of continuing to pursue a career without a clear goal, not only because of his talent, but also because of Tania's strong support and trust. In 1999, Tania and Glenn Beck reached a milestone in their relationship when they got married. However, their marriage was more than just a personal union. It was also the beginning of a profound spiritual journey that they would share for the rest of their lives. That same year, the couple decided to join the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, LDS, a decision that would have profound effects on every area of their lives, from their family to their careers, to their charitable commitments. Pursuing the LDS faith was not a hasty or thoughtless decision. On the contrary, it was a thoughtful, deliberate choice that reflected the shared values that Tania and Glenn had built together over a long period. They both wanted to find a strong spiritual foundation to support their personal growth, as well as their careers and philanthropy. From their decision to join the LDS Church, their faith became an integral part of their lives. Their shared values, from respect and love to commitment to family and community, formed a solid foundation for their life together. Tania helped ensure that each of their business ventures reflected not only their passion and commitment to their careers, but also their moral and spiritual values. Over the years, they have built a brand that is not only financially successful, but also ethically valuable, giving back to the community and giving back to the principles they believe in. One of the most important aspects of Tania and Glenn's lives has been building a family legacy. Family has always been at the heart of every decision they make, and their approach to raising a family reflects the values that they hold dear, from unconditional love to commitment to community. They both place great importance on teaching their children lessons in kindness, respect, and helping those less fortunate in society. In particular, Tania has been actively involved in charitable activities and organizing programs to encourage their children to continue to uphold the values that their family has passed down. Tania and Glenn Beck's family is a living testament to harmony and unconditional love, where family values and acceptance are paramount. Their family includes not only their children, but also children from previous marriages and an adopted son, creating a diverse but equally close-knit family. These children have become the center of all decisions, and Tania and Glenn's love for them is a powerful force, reflecting their belief in love, acceptance, and growth. Tania's role as a mother is characterized by a pearl of quiet wisdom and a keen sense of how to coordinate everything around her. She has always known how to balance the demands of motherhood with her work in the media industry, where her husband Glenn has always been a widely known public figure. However, despite the numerous challenges that come with being part of a famous family, Tania has always managed to protect her children from unwanted media attention. She has created a stable, safe, and loving environment for her children, helping them grow up with strong family values and not be overly influenced by the glare of fame. Tania's ability to maintain her privacy in a world filled with media and publicity intrusion is a testament to her dedication and commitment to her family. She has deftly managed the complexities of being both a public figure and a private woman who always puts her family first. Although Glenn's life has always attracted media attention, especially with his controversial views, Tania has done a great job of keeping the family peaceful and protecting the privacy of her children so that they can grow up in a healthy environment, free from public scrutiny. In addition to her role as a mother, Tania has played a key role in building the family's media empire, helping to grow Mercury Radio Arts from a small company into a multimedia powerhouse. Founded in 2002, Mercury Radio Arts began as a radio venture, but quickly expanded into other media, including television and digital platforms. The project was inspired by Orson Welles' Mercury Theater, an entertainment icon, and the foundation on which Glenn Beck built his media empire. Tania's role in this success is significant. Despite not being in a public position, she serves as co-founder, strategic advisor, and the person who keeps a close eye on the company's growth. While Glenn is the creative, public face of Mercury Radio Arts, Tania handles the back office, ensuring every business decision is on track. She is the one behind ensuring their projects are sustainable, growing steadily and profitably, while not losing sight of the ethical values that they have always pursued. A major milestone in their career was the launch of TheBlaze in 2011. This is a media project that reflects their ability to adapt to the changing landscape of modern media. TheBlaze started as an online broadcasting platform, but quickly grew into a multimedia empire, providing news, analysis, and entertainment programs with great influence. Finally, let's take a look at Glenn Beck's remarkable positive transformation with the help and support of Tania. Glenn Beck, a prominent figure in the American media industry, has undergone a profound transformation in both his personal and professional life, thanks in no small part to the support and love of his wife, Tania Beck. Before meeting Tania, Glenn struggled with serious issues in his life, including alcoholism, drug addiction, and an unstable media career. These years saw him lose his way in life, facing many failures, both in his work and in his relationships. However, meeting Tania brought about a major turning point in his life. With the help of Tania, Glenn gradually regained his confidence, overcame his past addictions and mental health issues, and began to rebuild his media career. She played a key role in helping him find himself again and regain balance in his life. One of Glenn's most significant changes was finding peace in his faith and family. Before meeting Tania, Glenn lived a life that was often criticized and scrutinized by the public, with controversies surrounding the television shows he hosted. However, when he married Tania and joined the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Glenn began to rebuild his relationship with his faith and family. Tania helped him find inner peace and taught him how to deal with public criticism while putting family first. She helped him realize that the stability and happiness of his family was the most important thing in life. Ultimately, Glenn's biggest change is how he lives not just for himself, but for others. Before marrying Tania, Glenn focused on his career and fame. However, after becoming a father and building a solid family with Tania, Glenn realized that the purpose of life is not fame or personal success, but to make a positive contribution to family and community. This is not only demonstrated through the charity work the couple is involved in, but also through the establishment of Mercury Radio Arts and TheBlaze as media projects that have a positive impact on society. Glenn Beck's transformation from an addict and failure to a man of strong faith, a happy family, and a successful career is a clear testament to the power of love and support in life. Thanks to Tania, Glenn has not only reinvented himself and his career, but also built a complete family life. Their story is a great example of overcoming challenges and growing together. One of the most concrete and clear numerical proofs of this relationship is the growth and success of Mercury Radio Arts. Mercury Radio Arts began with Glenn Beck's radio show, where he offered his political, social, and cultural views. With his powerful voice and emotional delivery, Glenn quickly attracted a large audience. The show became more than just radio. It became an integral part of the conservative movement in America. Glenn Beck built a loyal fan base, and Mercury Radio Arts leveraged this to develop other products and services. Mercury Radio Arts' first success was the success of its radio shows. Glenn Beck's shows were widely broadcast and attracted millions of listeners every day. This created a large source of revenue for the company, from advertising and sponsorship deals. Beyond radio, Mercury Radio Arts has expanded into other media, including television, books, and digital media products. One of the key milestones in the company's growth was the launch of TheBlaze, a cable channel and streaming service in 2011. TheBlaze became a key part of Beck's media empire. It was an independent channel that was not dominated by large corporations, focusing on programming with conservative, political, and social perspectives. The channel attracted a large audience for controversial and attention-grabbing content, helping Beck expand his influence. This success transformed Mercury Radio Arts into more than just a radio company, but a multimedia brand. Mercury Radio Arts generates significant revenue not only from advertising and television contracts, but also from the sale of products such as books, society, and media. In addition, Mercury Radio Arts has engaged in other business initiatives, including the creation of live events, podcasts, and videos, which have become an important part of the company's business strategy. Mercury Radio Arts has also been successful in developing a strong fan community that follows and participates in the company's activities through its media channels. Mercury Radio Arts has not been without its struggles. However, controversies surrounding Glenn Beck's views have sometimes eroded public support, but thanks to Tania's skillful management and Glenn's creativity, the company has continued to grow and expand. Mercury Radio Arts' success comes not only from its excellent business acumen, but also from its steadfast adherence to its core values, including its commitment to faith and family principles. Mercury Radio Arts has not only achieved success in terms of influence, but also terms of finances, with impressive numbers throughout the company's development. After launching TheBlaze in 2011, the channel attracted over 200 million monthly online views in 2015. However, the company also generated significant revenue from other sources such as books, media products, and advertising. According to some reports, Mercury Radio Arts generated between $50 million and $100 million in revenue per year during its peak years, with Glenn Beck as the face of the company's radio and television shows. Beck's radio show had an average weekly audience of around 10 million listeners in 2010, contributing significantly to advertising revenue. This helped the company maintain a steady stream of revenue from advertising partnerships across radio and television platforms. In particular, TheBlaze has become one of the most prominent cable channels in the United States, despite operating primarily online and via cable. By 2015, the channel had achieved an annual revenue of approximately $80 million from advertising contracts, television programming, and media products. In addition, Glenn Beck's books, such as The Overton Window and Addicted to Outrage, have become bestsellers, each with millions of dollars in revenue. For example, The Overton Window has sold more than 1 million copies and appeared on the New York Times bestseller list for several weeks. These books not only generate direct revenue, but also help strengthen the brand of Beck and Mercury Radio Arts, generating additional revenue from copyright and related products. With this impressive revenue, Mercury Radio Arts has not only demonstrated its financial strength, but also demonstrated Glenn and Tania Beck's ability to develop sustainable and long-term strategies in the media industry. What do you think is the most important quality in a partnership where one person is constantly in the public eye? Let us know in the comment section below.